Are you ready for some real thought-provoking conversations that lead to spiritual wisdom and discovery to provide you with clear direction on every area of your life? Well, sit back and relax. You've made it to the right place. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Heart of Inspiration. Well, hello there, everyone. How are you guys doing? I am literally over here. Child, you would think that, well, I haven't been on in a month of like 3 months of Sundays, so I can't even say a month of Sundays. How is everybody doing? I'm going to welcome you in just a second. Hang on one second. Here we go. I had to get that ready. Okay, here we go. All right, we are going to talk today about the new moon, the upcoming new moon in Taurus, which is going to take place tomorrow morning at its height. We can already feel the energy of it. So tomorrow morning at 10:53 Central Time, so 11:53 in the morning on the West Coast, 8:53 in the morning on the East Coast. Over GMT, it's going to be 15:30. So if you're overseas, like in like Switzerland and Germany and all that, it's like 3 o'clock or so in the afternoon, well, almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's going to be at its height. This is it's pretty daggone significant. I will say that. And I'm going to say the reason why it's significant. This is like the last kind of hurrah for the Taurus Scorpio north and south node axis. We've just had Jupiter just enter into Taurus. So it's conjunct the north node. We've got a lot, we've got a lot happening here. This new moon is happening at the very end of the Taurian season. So this is extremely potent. And I will tell you exactly why I titled this thumbnail, Possession is 9/10. Because what I want y'all to understand from this point for about the next 6, 7, 8, 9, I want y'all to say hi, Gemini. Say bye, Gemini. What I want y'all to grasp, okay, for the next little while Jupiter is in Taurus for about the next year until I think it's May 24th of 2024. Possession is 9/10 of the law. This is going to be all about what do you possess? What are you possessing? What are you seeking to possess? What are you seeking to do? How are you seeking to expand? How are you going to relate that to who and what and why? How are you going to actually make good on all of these ideas, plans, and whatnot that you have had for the last year while Jupiter has been in Aries and we've been like, yeah, right. We've been doing a damn thing, okay? So what are you going to do now with all of this energy? What are you going to possess? Because now it's time to settle in and actually do the work. There is a saying in the Bible, faith without works is dead. And that is true. Okay, faith without works is indeed dead on arrival. Now, I am trying to share something with y'all. So give me just a moment. Oh, Victoria, how are you, beloved? Thank you so much. It's actually a mixture of a couple. Hey, Charlotte, hello. Hey, Spirit Reads. Mystic, Crystal Tara, how are you? Ceresia, hello, darling. Hello, Debbie. Hey, Jen, how are you? Oh, the pink shade in the opening post. Yeah, girl, that's some of everything, isn't it? That's everything and everything. Hey, AT2, how you doing? Juice, what's going on? What's going on? Child, I've been missing myself. Okay, I've been missing my darn self. So, guys, I'm going to do a quick, I meant to upload this as an ad. So I want y'all just to take this for what it's worth. Okay, we're going to do a real quick advertisement here because I have something very, very special for you guys. Now, on May the 24th and the 25th, Ceresia, if you could go into my if you could go into the description and grab this information, that would be great. If not, let me know and I will go and grab it myself. I am holding, finally, again, just 5 short days from now, Josiah and I are having our Money Consciousness Masterclass. Now, we're opening this up. It's going to be from 1 to 3 Eastern, May 24th and May 25th. We're opening this up to all entrepreneurs. Josiah really does specialize with I don't want to say just, but general entrepreneurs, that want to build 7 and 8-figure businesses. I specialize more so in the heart-centered, spiritual-based aspect of it, but these concepts are going to be for either one. So if you're an entrepreneur right now and you've been struggling, right, to make money and you're feeling guilty about how much you're charging for your services, your products, if you're stuck in a cycle of lack, and I think a lot of us can say, especially coming out of 2021, 2022, 2020, 2021, 2022, there seems to be there's this still fear, right? And this lack mentality, and you're constantly worrying about your finances. This 2-day masterclass is definitely going to be for you. See, we're going to challenge all of those old paradigms that you've been having. So if you've already started your business, you're about to start your business, wherever you're at, and you want to grow to 6 or 7 figures, this is definitely for you. We're going to shift that mindset. We're going to overcome limiting beliefs about money. We're going to help you feel confident about charging for your services. I'm going to teach you how to create a sustainable business and how to attract abundance. You're going to get a lot of chances to really work deep with us. Okay. So VIPs are just $99. Regular ticket is just $33. Okay. So if you want to begin to take some serious steps towards financial freedom and abundance and raise your money consciousness, money is just an energy, guys. We need to stop thinking about this as a dirty thing. And it's not, I'm not saying fall in love with it, but God dang it, it's a little bit easier when you're just flowing with it and you give yourself permission to create abundance. So I'm going to put the paste copy here, and we are going to put this in the chat. Yep. So let's just put a little bit more than that in there. Okay, hang on one second, guys. I'm going to get that for you. We're going to put all this great information in the chat box real quick. And so I want you, while we're talking about this, to click on that link. Go register today. Go register today for money consciousness. Okay. All right, here we go. We're going to get to the gets here. Bear with me one second. Here we go. Come on, don't do this. There it is. Copy. All right. We're going to put this over here in the chat. And there it is. Here we go. Boom, boom. And there you go. Okay. Enough of that. Hey, Miss Anna, how are you? Been thinking about you, girl. All right. You guys ready? Now y'all can come on back. Y'all can come on back. Lord have mercy. I swear to God, y'all will run off when a girl is trying to pay a bill or two. Okay, here we go. Let's talk about it. And we're going to go to this window, and here this is, and then I'm going to pop over here. Now, let's really talk about where we're at with this, okay? You guys know how I like to do. I like to throw this up in the mix, and we're going to look at the chats. Okay, I'm going to blow this up just a little, and I'm going to come. Whoa, no, don't do that. We're going to come down here, and we're going to bring this over. All right, now it's in the center. This is what we're looking at right here, okay? These are the players that are playing, okay? We have the moon and the sun conjunct. That is what we call a new moon. The moon and sun are conjunct in Taurus at 28 degrees, which means about 2 days. Wait, the May the 21st starts Gemini season, okay? So we're at the tail end of Taurus season. For those of you who study astrology at all, if you've taken my classes and whatnot, you'll know this as well. Taurus has the sign of Taurus has the energy of I have, right? I have. It is what you possess. It is what is closest to you. It is what you love the most. Taurians love to luxuriate, as they might say, right? Taurians like finer things, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I will have you know. The Taurians love finer things, like things to be a little bit easier, prefer routine, are not hip and happening on change, will really stick with a concept until they see it off to its bitter end. Okay? Right? This is what Taurians typically do. This is what we think about when we think of Taurians. So the sign of Taurus really governs, especially like self-employment or your job, um, possessions of yours, home. And I'm going to say family, not that you possess your family, but what is this really tight knit circle, right? Um, it goes, again, it's a lot with money, with contracts, with self, with material possessions, but also Taurians are all about self-care as well. Like if you talk to a Taurian and you're like, oh well, I don't go for massages, or no, why would I take the time to like meditate, or why would I take time for myself and just go off by myself and just like maybe enjoy nature or whatever, that kind of thing. They're going to look at you like, excuse me, what is your problem? Your what hurts? No, this is what they're about. So this is going to be this is kind of like this last, for as far as the sun is concerned, these are the last couple days for the sun to really illuminate this in our lives. So I'm going to ask, hopefully, that you all have, you've run your natal chart. You can go to astro.com, you can go to Cafe Astrology, you can go to astro-seek.com. There's many places you can run your chart. If you do not have your birth time, your time of birth, you can run it as an unknown time, and we'll get a general gist of where your moon placement is and whatnot. But and you get a general idea of where Taurus is in your chart. And the reason why I say you really need to know where Taurus is in your chart is because you need to be able to understand what aspect of your life is really going to be highly affected, especially with Jupiter now in Taurus for the next year. I apologize. We've got yard work happening outside. And so speaking of Jupiter, here is the great benefic of the hour, Jupiter. And then here's the North Node and Mercury kind of scurrying away. Now we are going to talk about Uranus here as well, but we won't talk about that immediately. Okay. So let's talk about Jupiter, the North Node, and Mercury is kind of trucking on down the road, right? Mercury is now well out of retrograde. We're coming out of, shadow period. And now we're really ready to kind of speak on and think on and implement all of those things that we reviewed during Mercury retrograde. Okay. Now, let's talk about this for a second. What is the significance of Jupiter in Taurus? Well, I don't know how many of you all know like what Jupiter represents as what we call a great benefic. So planets are divided in historical astrology, but between benefic and malefic. So beneficiary planets and malefic would be kind of considered bad planets. I don't consider any planet a bad planet, but Jupiter is the great benefic. Okay. Venus is a benefic planet. The moon is considered a luminary, so it's not necessarily considered benefic or malefic. The sun, again, is a luminary, neither one really. Mercury is neutral. So there's some neutral ones, but like Mars being so with that aggressive energy, that's definitely a malefic planet. Okay. So at any rate, definitely. So, but Jupiter is the greatest of the benefics. Big energy, big thoughts, big dreams, and a big da-da-da-da sedan, right? Anyway, okay, shout out to Sheila E. Jupiter rules Sagittarius, and technically, Jupiter rules Pisces. Jupiter rules Sagittarius, and technically, Jupiter rules Pisces. My astro heads will be like, well, Lisa, right? You're going to be like, well, Lisa, that's not entirely true. Neptune rules Pisces. Listen, before we knew Neptune existed, Jupiter ruled Pisces. Before we knew Uranus existed, Saturn ruled Capricorn and Aquarius. Okay? So let's not get it twisted. The reason why that's very important for us to remember now, and I'm going to ask us to kind of go back to the way things were. If I had a time machine sound, I would play the time machine sound. I want you to go back to the way things were for a moment. Because if you truly can look at this from this perspective, that is truly Jupiter's the real ruler of Pisces and Sagittarius. Its presence, hey Sharon, its presence in Taurus takes on an additional meaning, a whole nother dimension. So now it's not just what do you possess as far as what you're going to put out to the world. Sagittarians are like very gregarious and they're very right? And they are great collectors of people. They are great inspirers of people. However, they are mutable fire. So sometimes you'd be like, well, I thought that's what we fixing to do. And their little fire been going out on that whole idea. They're like, yeah, no, I'm over here. Or sometimes they'll doubt whether or not they can make that come true. Now, this is not a derision of Sagittarians. I'm just saying this is what it is. Because, I'll tell you, Cancerians, we could be some manipulative people. Okay? I'm going to own that. Those that are living in our lower vibrational energies. However, I digress. So if we look at it from what is this, but Sagittarians will typically give you the clothes off their back, man. They will do anything for you until you're doing wrong, and then they're going to burn it down. So, but that energy, right? That energy of, wait, you can do anything. And then if you want a cheerleader, if you want a hype man or hype woman, you get you a Sag, baby. They going to hype you up. They're going to be in your corner. They're going to hype you to yourself and to everybody else. But now let's add the Piscean mutable water to that. Not just the mutable water, but this water that runs deep, that has great wisdom, great knowledge, big dreams, can sometimes be a little delusional. No offense, Pisces. But there is that, right? There is that because it's such a dreamy, otherworldly energy. Sometimes it can get a little hairy, right? What we're doing. Sometimes it's harder to pin down what's really what we wish to create and what's kind of like, well, kind of be a nice to have, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to pin an intention down sometimes. And I love my Pisceans to pieces. But I've been in a relationship, I've been in a very deep relationship with the Piscean before. And let me tell you something. That man had amazing dreams. Like, the vision and everything. Oh, let's do this. Oh, let's do that. Blah, 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 blah. Right. Fabulous. Right. However, I learned very quickly that I had to ask whether, hang on one second, guys. Sorry, there was shouting going on. I had to learn to ask him, does that beautiful Little House on the Prairie, or whatever you want to call it, vision that we just had about, homesteading out in Arkansas somewhere. Does that include me, or was that just a thought? And he was like, "Oh, well, that was just kind of a thought I had." I was like, "Oh, I had to learn that not every vision included me." So, what Jupiter is bringing into Taurus? Oh, for justice and truth, you're a Cancer Sun Sag rising. I'm a Cancer Sun Cap rising. What Jupiter is bringing into Taurus, my friends, is it's complementary now to this energy of Saturn in Pisces. Why do I say it's complementary? Well, now we're going to have a sextile happening. Okay, now we're going to have a sextile happening between these two houses. Okay, it's not going to be kind of, kind of fighting against it. It's going to be like, okay, wait, Taurus is very big. It's rigid, it's structure, it's technology, though, so there's not a complete rigidity to the structure. Taurus, like I've been talking about in Pisces for the next year, is also going to be all about how are you going to bring your dreams into reality, or into real life, or into the third dimension? How are you going to construct what up until now has probably been up in the higher registers, in the higher dimensions, like your purpose? Like, I know, I feel in my heart of hearts, I am meant to do whatever it is, right? Whatever entrepreneurial or whatever endeavor, or maybe it's like raising, getting to a level in your career in this particular company or another company. So it doesn't necessarily have to be what I'm doing, guys. This doesn't have to be that. It doesn't have to be your content creation, or it doesn't have to be any of that. I'm saying, where do you want to go? What is it that you know is of your highest good? That life. And so Saturn is saying, you've been dreaming about this, while Neptune here has been hanging out, chilling like a villain in Pisces for a long time. And while Pluto over here is going to be going back and forth between, it's going to go back and forth between Capricorn and finally make its final head into Aquarius. But we were just getting a hint and a taste of what Pluto, like this deep interchange, this AI change, this how we utilize, interact with technology, how we allow the technological advances to change us, how we allow the technological advances to change how we all relate to one another, what that means for the collective, what potential constraints, what potential oppression could be as a result of that. What new contracts are we really signing with, with the collective, with government entities, between them and ourselves, as we enter into this time of Pluto in Aquarius for the next 20 years. It's going to be a long time period, right? So that was a lot I just dropped on you. Anyway, so let me get back to Saturn. Saturn and now Jupiter are going to be working in tandem. Remember, sextiles are like cousins, like your best cousin, right? The one that you consider like your brother, your sister, whatever. You guys are super, close. You may be able to tell your cousins some stuff you ain't never told your siblings, right? Because your cousin and you guys are just like that, right? They're gonna ride out with you, but they also gonna tell you when you're wrong. So this is now in agreement where Saturn is like, okay, great. Like, dude, I'm at your house. Saturn is like, Jupiter, I'm at your house. And Jupiter is like, well, I'm not in your house, but I'm next door. I'm at your sister house. And we're gonna cook up something over here. It's gonna take me a minute to get at your house. So we're gonna do what we gotta do over here, okay? We're gonna create this at your sister Taurus's house. So now all of these dreams, now remember, you've got the spirituality aspect from Jupiter, as well as expansion. So you have a unique opportunity to take all the energy from your higher self and decide, which are you going to possess? What do you want. When you can conceive that and visualize that with intent and with structure from your heart and from your mind, possession is 9/10 of the law. Thank you, Gemini. Possession is 9/10 of the law. You know, we used to have this thing going on in the church, the name it and claim it, the prosperity gospel. Some of y'all might remember that. That's what we used to call it back in the day. And I did grow up underneath a lot of that teaching. Now, it's not as simple as name it and claim it, but they made it that simple. And anyway. My point being is this actually is the time for you to name it, claim it, and have faith in it. Name it, claim it, and have faith in the God and Goddess within you. Name it, claim it, and have faith that this is of your highest good. Name it, claim it, and decide to possess it. Name it, claim it, and decide you're going to construct it. Name it, claim it, decide you're going to create it. Name it, claim it, decide you're going to, we're not, hold on one second. Hold on, because y'all need to see me clearly when I say this. We are no longer waiting. Nobody get offended when I say this. I want everybody to say to yourself, to raise your right hand and say, I promise not to get offended by what Lisa's about to say. I promise not to get offended by what Lisa's about to say, because I'm about to say something that y'all gonna consider heresy if I don't stop. If I don't say that. We're not waiting anymore on, well, if God wills. We're not waiting anymore for, well, it's God's. If it's for me, then it is coming to me. We're not waiting anymore on, well, maybe, if I'm real good, and I do all the right things, I want you to ask yourself this question. Do you trust yourself enough to listen to the leading of your spirit that is already in conjunction with the spirit? Do you trust yourself enough to have heard clearly at least the next step, or maybe even potentially the full destiny of where you need to go, of where you belong? What's yours? If what you desire is good and pure for you, if you desire this, I'm just going to throw this out there. If your desire is to be a multimillionaire or a multimillionairess, whatever you want to say, however you want to feel it, because you know that with that, you would either maybe you do foster care, maybe you would start some schools, maybe you would, bless a whole bunch of different organizations in your community, or that you know of online worldwide. But you know that you do not desire that money solely for yourself, but you have a purpose for it. And can I just say, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be a millionaire anyway. And that has just been in you for forever. What are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? And if you know, or if you have a very strong sense that one of the vehicles or methods in order for you to do that is to maybe start your own business or create a YouTube channel or get on or create a podcast or just go start touring or speaking or whatever. Maybe write a book, child. Maybe do all of the above. Maybe create a candle line and an incense line and a skincare line. If that's what's in you, what are you waiting on? Do you honestly think that you would have had that idea placed in your heart if that would not be at the core of your being? If God, the universe, spirit, creator, that you and spirit and you and creator before you were ever born didn't already decide this is what you was going to do? So why is it, well, I'm just going to wait and see if God wills? You know what? When we do that, you know what happens? It doesn't happen, or it takes a very long time, because you are an aspect of God. So what is your will? And do you trust yourself enough to actually enact it? This is the journey of the next 12 months. Are you going to put up or are you going to shut up? My daddy used to say it's time to piss or get off the pot. That's what this is all about. Now, this is not going to come without its challenges. So why is this a very, very, very important new moon? Because, beloved, because what you see up there in green, right, circled in green that I have, the new moon, this is the time to set the intention. This is the last new moon in Taurus for another year. We already had our last full moon in Scorpio for another year and we won't have another one for a long time now, for another 12 years, with the North Node in Taurus, well, actually 24, and the South Node in Scorpio, which means this is the last new moon where the emphasis is on self-reliance and less on other people's resources. The emphasis is more on, what do you have here? What is this energy here that you need to pull out of yourself to create your world? Possession is 9/10 of the law. I possess my vision and my dream and my purpose completely. There is not one person on this planet that is going to be, or off planet, that's going to be able to move me off of what I know. I possess it fully. I am fully in love with myself. I am fully enamored and adore myself, not in a narcissistic way, but in a way that I know that I am a powerful being that creates her own world that is of her highest good and that is impacting thousands upon thousands of people and will continue to do so at an exponential rate, because I am helping those who wish to impact others, being a healer to the healers, being a mentor to the mentors, a teacher to the teachers, a shaman to the shamans, a leader to the leaders, right? Do you possess that? Yes, Miss Gemini is here. Hey, Melinda. Take the bull by the horns and charge ahead. Yes, yeah, I see you, Miss Charlotte. I'm going to catch up. But I want y'all, do y'all hear what I'm saying to you? I thought I saw someone a little ways back here, Sharon. I thought Sharon said you have to decide. What's Sharon? Hey, Great Pill Podcast. How are you, beloved? Hey, TR. Hello, sweetheart. Sharon says, I need to decide where I'm going to live. Should I stay or should I go? Should I stay or should I go? Let me tell you something. I'm moving. I don't know about you, baby, but I'm out. I'm moving. I'm going to North Carolina. I'm out, y'all. All right, she wants to educate and feed people. You just can't make up your mind if you should stay there or go somewhere else. I would take this time. I would take this time during this new moon to legit meditate on that. I'll do something I haven't done in a very, very long time, y'all. I've been just whatever. We'll do our best to record a meditation to help guide us through that process. Do some automatic writing, do whatever it takes. Set your phone by you tonight and record what you say in your sleep. But get out of indecision and get into decision. Sit with it and see what feels good. I've been kicking around. Do I want to go to New Orleans? Do I live in New Orleans? Do I want to live in Greensboro, North Carolina, where my oldest daughter is? But I've been kicking it back and forth. I said, you know what? I really don't need to choose. I could live both places. But I'm choosing like primary residence is going to be Greensboro. But, I had to sit with it for a second. Pros and cons. Even if you got to write out the pros and cons. And you don't necessarily make the decision tomorrow. I'm saying set the intention that these decisions are going to be made and these moves are going to be made or whatever is going to happen, right? You're going to set things back in motion again and stop being sedentary and stop waiting. Waiting so long for what is already within us to be ignited, for us to get some sort of sign, always needing a sign, always needing a sign, always needing a sign. For us to wait for, Archangel Michael to come down out of the sky, come down out of the sky, blow his trumpet 3 times, and then for Gabriel to come down as the messenger and say, "Thus saith the Lord thy God." What is y'all waiting on? Are you waiting on your Moses moment for the burning bush? When you already know you done had 50 dreams, 25 words from the Lord, another 100 just random people done spoke this over your life, and probably about 750 TikToks or YouTube shorts done scroll past you. You done seen all kinds of tarot readings, and every time the 10 of Pentacles pops up or this pops up or that pops up, you're like, oh my God, they're talking to me. How many more times does your own higher self have to guide you to hearing the message so that your brain can finally say, oh yeah, I guess that's what we're doing. This is your year. Now, this is all of our year. But it's your year. I'm speaking directly to you. I'm speaking directly to you. 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 I'm speaking to you. This is your year. I want everybody in the chat to type in, this is my year. This is my year. I want you to type that in the chat. We got 33 people in this chat. I'm not sure how many are over on Facebook. Hello, everybody on Facebook. I want y'all to type in the chat. This is my year. This is my year. Type it in the chat now. Claim that for yourself right now. Not tomorrow, not the next day, today, right now. This is my year. So stop waiting. This is my year. This is my year. This is my year. And guess what, babies? Well, technically, like by the Julian calendar, it's almost halfway over. But we're going to go by the astrological energetic calendar, the universal calendar. So this year just started. So don't feel like your year half over, baby. This year just started. It started in March when Aries season started and the new energetic cycle, not some man-made BS that somebody decided to impose upon you. But when the new year started was when the energy restarted. Hey, Queen Tulsa, how you doing, darling? Hey, Natasha. Hello, everybody. Hey, KFS, all people I haven't said hello to yet. Hey, Jess. So your year just started. So don't think it's halfway over. We just beginning. That's right. So if this is your year, you're going to have to make it your year. Ain't nobody handing it to you on a plate. We're not going to serve it up, with your favorite cocktail or beverage. And there will not be a dessert menu afterwards. You're going to have to do it. You're going to have to create. You're going to have to intentionally create your world. Nobody's going to build the business. Nobody's going to build your house. Nobody's going to just drop a man in your life. Nobody's just a woman. No, ain't nobody doing that. Nobody's going to just drop the promotion in your life. Nobody's just going to drop the resolution to your financial or your legal issues into your world. You are going to have to do it. You're going to have to work at it. You're going to have to create it. You're going to have to be an active participant or do your homework for you. That's right, Miss Anna. Unfortunately, no one's going to do your homework. You are going to have to intentionally create your world. It doesn't just get handed to you. The verse in the Bible, the portion of the verse that says faith without works is dead, that's true. Because if you don't work the energy, if you don't send the energy out, if you don't put it into action, if you, do not create, if you do not construct your world according to your plans from your higher self within the construct of this 3D existence, it will not come to pass. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? All right. I've been talking at you for 44 minutes. Whoo, y'all. So, okay, in closing, I'm waiting on the organist to come up and the choir to come back to the stand. Y'all, I am literally trying to figure out where I'm going to have our live event, where we're going to have a, Jace doesn't know this yet, but we're going to have Jace playing the organ, and we're going to have some other people participating as well. We're going to get us a choir, some tambourines. We're going to have church. I ain't been inside of a church in so many years, but we're going to have church. There's no reason why we can't enjoy the music, right? Okay, here we go. Our version. So this is what I want us to do. I'm going to put this in red because this is important. So tonight, before you go to bed, I want you to write your intentions down. What do you wish to possess? What do you wish to create during this year? What do you want to have? There's no goal, no anything too big or too small. Well, there is probably some too small, but there's nothing too big. Because this conjunction right here is asking you, is giving you the gift. It's another thing that Jupiter does. It's a gift giver, the great benefic. It's giving you the gift of evolution to that which is of your highest good. It's giving you the gift of evolution to that which is of your highest good. And then Saturn over here in Pisces is helping you take that information out of the ethers and bring it into third dimensional reality. So create the intentions that are of your highest good, the biggest dreams. If you're not sure exactly what to do specifically, just write down, I will have clarity on which direction to go, and put a date down there. By, put a date down. Okay. You do that because I've already set my intentions, child. They've been set. All right, y'all. Ooh, babies. All right. Yeah, Starlander, this my year. All right. Absolutely. Well, everybody, please pray for Teresa. She has a lot going on. So please pray for us. Send her peace, healing vibes, healing energy, and also send her energy of resolution. Nothing missing, nothing broken. Hey, Desiree. Hey, Chalet. How are you, darling? All right. I did put this in to. I apologize. Anybody I did not speak to, I do definitely apologize. I have another meeting, a training I have to actually conduct right now. Um, Entrepreneurs, if you go to that link, it is in the chat, it is in the description. Again, we are having our money consciousness. Now, a lot of what I talked about today, we're going to be also discussing during this money consciousness and actually putting it into action. Okay. So we are literally going to be helping you take your first steps towards financial freedom and abundance. My business partner and I keep meaning to change that. It's really 4 hours over 2 days. We're going to release your old perceptions of money. We're going to learn why we think this way, how to activate creation energy. We're going to experience a major consciousness shift, and we're going to get that. We're going to be going through some deep meditational work and some deep release work, and really shift you and align you to the energy of prosperity and of abundance and of peace, nothing missing, nothing broken. We're going to help you create your new lifestyle budget. We're going to give you some practical tools for creating your income. You're going to get clear on your value. You're going to create a solid plan. There's going to be hot seat coaching. In other words, the VIPs, we're going to be coaching right there in front of everyone on your plan and your money consciousness and raising that level. So through $33 for the regular ticket, $99 for the VIP ticket, and you VIPs will also get additional time with Josiah and I each day. All right, gang. Now, what I'm actually about to go do, and those of you who might be interested, we do have an a mastermind. It's not like the high level masterminds that we see, but I do some teaching and such in the initiate mastermind as well. So if you guys want to, you can come to this page. Shameless plugs, but hey, I'm about to go teach right now. So here you go. You go to this page right now for just $97 a month. You can also be a part of this. Hi, current comment. This is this one. If you come on over, I'm actually about to go teach right now to this. So the Initiate Mastermind, for those who have not yet been able to get into my larger, 6 or 9 month programs, this is really, it's a like a little step back, but we still help you to create your world, right? So I'm doing 90 minutes and I'm breaking it up into like 2 45-minute sessions, deep dives with me. So I'm actually doing some coaching in these as well. You'll have monthly access to, which is our community night now. So there's once a month, you'll be able to have access to that with the rest of the academy students. We're going to have some group mastermind meetings where we all kind of get together, our private Facebook. I'll be adding more business assets and metaphysics training through this guidance and support, and you're going to have resources, right, to grow on your path, change your mindset, manifest faster. And there's a lot. So it's $97 a month. Yeah, just come on and join this, or $9.97 a year. Okay. All right, gang. I'm going to let you guys go because I got to go. If you guys go sign up for that right now, I am doing a 45-minute teaching tonight in 20 minutes. So you will be able to get a teaching and some coaching from me tonight in 20 minutes. Okay. All right. Gang, I'm out of here. Thank you so much. I promise you, I will not be a stranger. You'll see me again very soon. It won't be for forever. Okay. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you so very much. Namaste, y'all. We'll see you soon. Bye.